Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. Today I'm joined by Axel from Ramper Designs, the brand ambassador. And he's here to show us Acheron's Fall, which is a ship-to-ship combat game within the Infinity universe then.
Yeah, that's it.
So, do you want to tell us a little bit about what we have arrayed before us? Because there's quite a lot going on, not just the miniatures on the table, but we have dashboards as well.
Yeah, that's it. Hi, everybody. We are facing the Combined Army fleet. You have like a big Combined Army fleet, and ship, and other more agile, more at one against my Pano big one and the Eugene smaller. Okay, that will try to defend the Acheron thing, and that's it. This is the board, but the important part of the game is happening here because in the end we are captains of the ships. So we have this kind of panel where we can manage the resources. We have the movement thing moved by energy. We have the fleet and the people, and so that we can move to assist things or put the things into the arms, and so the generation of the energy, and in the end the state of the fleet. So in the end, it wants to it tries to represent the sensation that you are a captain managing the resources inside your ship to in the end do the things whatever the mission is, or smashing if possible the enemy, and that's it.
Yeah. So while the game is being played out on this board, the success of the fleets really comes down to these heads-up displays, the bridge of your ship essentially, and where you allocate resources to. There's also this interesting little piece of kit here. So do you want to explain what this is, and people will see how it sort of adapts as we start playing?
Yeah, this is the EME, the inertial mass effect, that in the end what try to represent is the positioning of your ship in the space, and the inertia is getting while moving, because as we know, the space doesn't have any kind of resistance. As if you throw something in the space, it continues till the end until crashes or whatever. Yeah. So this try to keep the track on the movement of the ship and the inertia the ship is moving through the space the whole game. Yeah, we could say.
And this is a fascinating piece of kit for me. It's very simple. It tells you the direction your ship is pointing, but also then the speed of movement in that direction. So you've got various bands moving out, and then you can sort of skew left and right. But you'll see this as we play through the game, and how that particular movement effect works, because essentially this game uses a type of vectored movement.
Yeah, which is what it is. The yellow point is the vector you are moving towards, and the farther you are, it represents the faster you are moving on that direction.
Okay. So we each have a ship aside. We have our bridge. We have our movement tracker. We also have a couple of cards for various weapons on the ships. So we can see here, I have a light HRMC, and it shows things like the arc of fire that it can strike within. Down here we have the range. If you get a bonus for aiming for a crew target.
The last one is because there are heavy weapons that when are shot, it affects you the movement.
Yeah. So if I bring in this, for example,
effect.
So this one, the heavy plasma, has this recoil essentially.
That's it.
And if I fire this, then it actually counters my movement and will slow me down, or indeed push me into reverse.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. There are many different tactics involved on that when moving, and if you want to shoot, it can affect for the following turn because it goes directly to the vector of movement, and so.
Okay.
Also, the initial part of the card represents more or less the sources, the internal sources of the ship.
Okay.
You need to shoot with, or you have to move people to the shooting, or put energy on the weaponry, and so.
Yeah, so the little green one is to assign energy to the guns. The blue is crew. So if I was to assign somebody to targeting, I wouldn't get any benefit for this particular gun, but others maybe give me a benefit.
Yeah.
And then the cost to actually crew the guns is in there. And then this tells you how many dice you roll, any penetration against shields, and then the damage each successful hit will cause as well.
Yeah, in the end, there are a lot of different weaponry. There are some that are direct templates. There are missiles that are navigating, floating through the space until they crash or disappear. There are also some direct weapons like machine guns, we could say, space machine guns that you throw dice to hit on, and that kind of stuff. There's a lot of variety in there.
Before we start into the game itself, then the phase itself, the turn structure is broken down into 3 parts.
That's it.
So we are playing a prototype. So it's an alpha. It's an early prototype. There are aspects which we won't be touching on that Axel was telling me about, some things like additional cards to change up initiative values and stuff like that. So this is a sort of a stripped down basic game to show you how the mechanics work. But there's a lot more to come and a lot more depth in it. But the 3 phases of a turn then?
Yeah, the first is the strategical phase. The second one is the tactical phase. And the last one is the action phase or the combat phase.
Okay.
That's it.
Right. So, hope you're sitting comfortably. We'll be right back with turn 1 in just one moment. Okay, we're ready to kick off for turn 1. So the strategic phase, where we work out the initiative. In this case, we're just doing it via random order. And we have just drawn a set of 4 numbered cards. Each of our ships, I have got 2 and 4. You're rocking 1 and 3 in this case. So what way are we playing from here is 3 activating first, and then going down the line to our last one.
3, 2, 4, 1.
Yeah.
Let's go.
So in other games, that may be adapted or changed via various mechanics and cards and captains, but we're just going for a straight random.
End, when you build your fleet, which is mainly now initially thought of two ships, you have some kind of captain cards that can be aligned on your list or not, depending on what you are playing, which kind of ship and which kind of faction and so. And that ones give you some benefits. And with that ones and the interaction of the, let's say, the agility of your ship, for sure the bigger are slower and so. After stating this, depending on that kind of rules involved in this phase, not for going deeper on this, you can also use some kind of strategic ploys, we could say, and some resource management to interact on this, because maybe you want, or it's interesting for you going later or not, so you can affect this and move the places wherever you want to. Affect the combat phase.
Okay. One to look out for. We're just going to go with the random for this demonstration though. And the push straight into the second phase then, which is the tactical phase. And this really is the meat of the game, because this is your resource allocation on your bridge. Now, normally this will be done hidden from your opponent. We're playing open hand, essentially, so that Axel can hand me my head. But we'll show you how we're going to allocate resources for this first turn. In subsequent turns, we'll skip on to already having that allocated. But if you want to talk us through the board there in a bit more detail. So where do you start?
We will start with the energy, we could say. No, we have some energy here generating or being generated, which is now identified with these yellow cubes. Okay, and depending on each different ship, it generates more or less energy. In this case, I have this energy that can be moved for some different kind of things on the ship. The first one is for sure movement. You can put some energy into the engineering to activate the propulsors and
yes.
so. And you can move also the energy to the weaponry, because sometimes and some weapons, as we said before, requires you some energy to be used.
Yeah.
Okay, so you are generating some energy, and you can move the energy to the different places of the ship. Okay, always it has its restrictions depending on the ship. Some can move more energy, generate more. Some others move less energy to the, for example, movement, but more for the weaponry, and so depending on each ship. And these, in the end, are the propellers. Okay, these are the rear ones. This is our ship, which is the Eugene one. Okay, and we have the rear ones, the frontal ones, the both sides, and some to make some
to allow to rotate or pivot,
some rotations. Okay, on the direction of the ship. This is for the movement. So as for each cube you assign to this place, you move the vector in the EME panel, and that will affect later in the combat phase. That implies the movement itself. That will affect the direction your ship is going to. Okay. Also, we can put some energy into the weapons that will be used or not for shooting, and there are also some places where you can hold energy for the following turn for
stored up extra, stored up in batteries for.
That's it. There are some batteries that in the next phase can be used for some extra punch and so. And this zone is like the blue one. Is the zone that manages let's say the human resources, and so that has its this represent like people, so you can move people to different things. Okay, these are generation of energy. Okay, this one here.
Yep.
Okay, this is for weaponry, and this is for aiming. Okay, and here you can put like extra resources on, for example, affecting the strategical phase, because this number affects also the strategical phase. Some people, they are extra to maybe get better chances to hit things or all that kind of stuff. Also later, we'll see that as our ship is starts being crashed, and so you can move people to repair things.
Okay. So there's a bit of damage control as well then.
Yeah, that's it. And finally, the purple zone just is like our ship itself, with the shields, the front, the middle, and the rear part. The damage it can hold, and after that, the things you start losing that makes you harder to manage each round. I mean, at the beginning, everything is fine. You send all the people to shooting, and that's fine. But after that, you have to start thinking of repairing things and all kind of stuff. Okay, and finally, you can get some kind of internal damage that it's not. It makes you lose the ship in the end and explode.
So you can explode, or you can just lose all the crew, or
that's it.
Be crippled in other new and exciting ways. Space is a terrifying place. I don't want to be there. Okay, so we just go ahead and we'll allocate our resources, and we'll be right back in just 1 second. All right, we have allocated all of our energy in the most tactically superior ways we can. Well, Axel has. I've just pushed my stuff into colored boxes. It felt good.
Now, if you have dubs, put it into armory.
No, well, yeah, it's always good. So if we just very quickly have a look at your Yuqing ship then, you can see we've got 3 energy allocated into the yellow propulsion system then.
The rear one and 1 rotation.
And when it comes to actually activate your ship, they can be done in any order you wish.
That's it.
Then you have recrewed your guns and your targeting systems.
Yeah, I put one below that can be used, if not, will be lost, and one into the battery in case later on I will use it. And that's it.
And you can store those up. Right. So that's the tactical phase done. Now we're moving on to the combat phase. First thing you would normally do in a combat phase is if there are any tokens, missiles and torpedoes and shots like that.
Yeah, or small interceptors or small ships you can send to
snub-nosed fighters.
Yeah, that's it. Born to die.
But we currently have none of those on the table. So in that case, we're just going to be activating in initiative order then.
Yep.
So who's up first?
3, which is the bigger, the cruiser Semeru from Pan-Oceania. We'll move it. And as I put 1 rear and 2 side, okay, I'm going to move initially using my cubes.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to move the vector. As I'm this way, as I push forward, I move this 1 forward. And as I put 2 in the right side of the ship, okay, I'm going to move these 2 points. Okay. So this allows me to move this one, this way or this vector, okay. This one is a slow ship because it's big. So I will just move 3. That it's shown on my board. So I will move ship 3 like this.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the movement I done. And, conservative.
Yes, it's a way to do it. You now do shooting as well, if you had any attacks.
That's it, but I don't have any kind of missile in this ship, and you are so far away from me that it's not needed to shoot.
Very, very far away.
That's why I haven't put any energy into my weaponry. Just stored in the battery.
Just stored in the battery for this turn. Yeah. Very clever. I wish I was that clever. So I'm going to start off with my cruiser then. And it is number 2 is getting to activate. So let me see. I have 2 in propulsion from the rear, and I also have 1 sort of left pivot. So because you can do these in any sort of order, if I do the first one, it will push me 1 forward to there. And then you maintain your current facing unless you happen to turn. As it is, I'm going to do a cheeky little turn now. So that'll be my second energy. And when you turn to face here. And then when I do my final propulsion movement from the rear, it's now pushing in the direction of the arrow. So instead of going straight forward, I now go to there.
That's it.
So it may not mean much for this turn, but it's aiming me in a direction for a subsequent turn. So I'm into the 3rd range band on this, which shows me my speed is 5 because I'm a big lumbering hulk.
Yeah, because at the end in that panel, the farther you are from the center means the faster you are go.
Maneuvering. So with that, I'm going to go 5 inches straight forward. Will I get the turn at the end?
Yeah, doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter when you do that because we're all fine here.
Now it doesn't matter. Oops. But in the end, also the important part of this action phase is that you can do the things during your turn wherever you want. So you can move, shoot, move, shoot, relocate things, move, shoot, or shoot first, and after that relocate. The only rule that it's applying is that when you move the ship, you just can move the ship once. So you once you get the movement, I'm gonna move the ship. Okay, how is my vector? You look at it, you execute the maneuver through the vector, go into the vector, and after that you can also use propellers to move the vector, but that will be applying the following turn. It's like reacting or preparing better for the following turn.
Now, I do have energy stored for my heavy plasma cannon, and this has got a small arc.
Mm-hmm.
However, when I fire it, it continues for
2 rounds.
2 rounds. So I could fire it out there knowing you're coming towards me, and it would at least force you to go in potentially another direction. I think I will do exactly that.
Yeah. You will be like here.
Yeah. So it's costing me 2 of my energy.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll expend that. I'll pop my little token down there.
Until I think it's reaching 8.
Yep. Yeah. And I'll go to there.
That's it.
And that will continue for another 2 rounds. And if it doesn't hit you, at least it means you may have to swerve out of the way.
That's it. Yeah, in the end, this makes like a zone of the space that is needs to be avoided in case you don't want to be smashed by the missile, you know?
Yeah, nobody wants to be hit in the face by a plasma cannon.
Creates like some kind of control on the table of zones.
Okay, so that was 2. 3's up next, which is another one of mine, which I really don't want.
No, it's the 3. Oh, wait.
Oh, no, sorry. It's 4
next.
It's
4. It's 4.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
I'm reading the wrong direction, but I know where I'm going.
Same happened to me.
So I've got 2 propulsion to the rear, 1 left, and I also have a pivot. You don't have to use them all, which is nice if your opponent hasn't moved yet and you've made great plans. You can always leave it at that. But I think I will go forward 1. Definitely no. I'm like,
be brave. They are the Morat ones.
Yeah, they are the Morat.
They want to kill.
Why stand back when I can go hell for leather?
Think like a Morat.
And I will also have a left turn as well. Morat move majestic 7 when they're going hell for leather for the horizon. I keep running that on the wrong side. There we go. So up to 7, and then I can turn. And when you turn, you have to turn the full thing. You can't do partial angles.
That's it.
So everything's fairly simple, nicely regimented.
And you move the ME, just to be sure after that. That's it.
Okay. And that just leaves the Yu Ching.
Yeah. Yu Ching is the last one that I put 2 in the rear. So it gives me full power straight forward. And I'm going to move it before turning everything.
Okay.
And it's going also 7 because it's a really fast ship. Okay. And now I'm gonna turn the ship with this. Okay. And I'm gonna put it like here. Okay. Facing that way. And why not? As I have some energy, I'm gonna do the same with a heavy railgun.
Oh, okay.
And I'm gonna place it just here. This goes 10 because of the characteristic of the weapon. Okay. And which is interesting on this heavy railgun is that gives you that affects you the movement, and it will slow me down 1 point in the vector.
So a little bit of recoil off the back of that one. Okay. I think that is us done for the first turn. A cagey start, missiles and heavy plasma firing in all directions. We'll be right back for turn 2. All right, we are back for turn 2. Initiative has been sorted out. Energy has been allocated.
That's it.
So we're ready to plunge straight on into the combat phase. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
Or 4,
4,
3,
3,
2,
2,
1. It's moderately better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll move the missiles,
Yes.
which are floating through the space now. So this one, in this case, moves 8. So it goes straight to here, which is a problem for me, and it goes red because it makes that it's the second round.
Yeah.
And this one is 10 that goes this way, and it's also red. So almost.
And the flipping it over both let you know that you've only got one more turn before it gets removed from the table.
That's it.
If it doesn't hit anybody. It also becomes slightly more powerful. Is that right?
That's it. Yeah. As they are traveling through the space, they are getting more inertia, and if you get shot with a red one, is more powerful than the green one.
Okay. So if you're going to be shot in space by a torpedo or a railgun, get shot up close.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a bad advice for everybody, but still, we'll give it that
wants that.
No, nobody wants it. So we're going to be starting off with my Morats, number 4. Now, I wasn't certain where we were going to go initiative-wise, so I hedged my bets with a bit of energy for both left and right thrusters. But as things stand, I'm going to push myself one to the left, forward thrusters to reduce my momentum somewhat. So I'm going to be moving between 4 and 5, and I can choose 4 or 5.
Yeah.
I think I will go the full 5. And I think I will also turn to my left, just to make life more interesting.
Yep, aggressive Morats. But we were expecting that.
Now, it is the shooting phase for me. And I have a choice of heavy missiles or the mid HMRC. They've only got a 6-inch range, so it's going to have to be a heavy missile. I know you were unexpected and disappointed by both of those things. It does have a bigger arc, though, which is really nice. So my missile arc is
that point.
From there to there, so essentially 90 degrees.
This one.
Yeah. I can't help but feel like I want to do it right down Main Street because your little Hu Jing is going to go last. And at the moment it's coming right for me.
Yeah.
Missiles also travel 8. So if I just go, well, I know you're going to be coming forward somewhat. So I'm going to go to there. Boop, boop. As a statement of intent, that has used one of my missiles. I only have
3 left.
4 to begin with, yeah. Not much room in here once you've crammed it full of space monkeys. That's the problem. That is me for number 4.
Number 3, okay?
Yes.
First of all, what I'm gonna do is try to hit the missile with my defenses, okay?
Okay.
So I'm gonna use my HR MC,
yes.
Okay, which is range 6. I'm in range, so I'm gonna throw 2 dices, okay? And I'm hitting on 8s because of the let's say intelligence of the crew, okay, and the people which is using this, okay. I put the resources to enough to shoot this, so
okay.
I'm gonna use 1 energy to shoot these things before get me, okay. And I'm on 8, but as I'm shooting a small missile, I'm -4, so I'm on 4s.
Oh, okay. And this is on D12.
That's it. So below 4, which is
both
2 successes. That's how it's played this game. You just have to get successes.
Well, they have, yeah.
And I get rid of these
shame
bodies. And after that, I'm gonna move my vector. I'm gonna go from the left side 3 times, 1, 2, 3. So it still keeps me forward, but with with the field clear. Okay, so I'm gonna go 3 and approaching to you, and I'm not gonna shoot yet.
No.
Because I don't have energy to.
Oh, well, okay.
It's not okay. So it's round ship 2.
Ship 2 back to me. What can the cruiser do? Well, first thing the cruiser can do is sort out the propulsion here. So I'm going to go one forward, just to there, because of my direction of travel.
That's it.
And then I'm going to go for a turn as well, which would affect that. I think that's all I'm going to do.
Yeah.
This is the hardest part. Still in the big 3 range band, but I'm a slow beast, only 5. So let's go. Is it possible to crash into your own ships, asking for a friend?
Yeah, no.
Okay, that's
It's
good.
like they are overlapped but not crashing. Some ships, in fact, wants to crash because have some mechanics that wants to hit the other ships to damage them, like the Morad one, for example, that has like a kind of knife in the front and has his own
very
mechanics.
Good for ramming.
Yeah.
Ramming and causing all sorts of terrible things to happen.
That's it. Releasing the Morads.
I don't. I wasn't in range before, but I think I'm going to fire the heavy plasma cannon again.
Okay.
Because it doesn't have ammo requirements, unlike the missiles. So why not? I mean, you're there. It's got to be worth a bit of a go.
I understand.
Yeah.
You want to get me.
I thought you might.
I'll try to, or maybe not.
Repay the compliment. Is that what you were going to say? So I'm going to go, yes. I mean, you're nippy. You're a nippy fella. Or do I ignore Hu Ching? And the Pano has just all the shields up front, doesn't it?
Yeah. It's the hardest ship here. It's a rock. Okay. High-tech shields.
So maybe I will. You're bound to go past that. Okay, well, let's do that as a statement of intent instead then.
Okay.
At least you have to think about where it's going.
That's like a small wall for me.
Yep, well,
let's try.
Maybe it'll be the straw that breaks the camel's back. Who knows?
Yeah.
So that is ship 2. That just leaves the Yu Ching to go then.
Okay. I'm just gonna push one front, then move this body here, and one the right side that move me here. So I'm gonna go that way 5 inches. So I'm gonna go sliding, we could say.
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And now comes where it comes, which is using 2 energy and hitting you with a big gun, which is called heavy railgun. Okay.
Oh, that sounds horrible.
That does this thing and smashes your Morad in range.
Couldn't have lined it up better if we tried.
So I tell you, 3 dice for you. You are -3 on the shields. As I'm shooting you and I'm getting you the side part of your ship. Okay, you have to see you are on 10. No, 10. No, sorry, on 9s.
So
it's
in the middle. So 9 shields in the middle.
-3 because of the gun.
So 6s.
6s, 3 dice.
Oh dear. Right.
And I use 1 charge of this.
So 6 or less, my shields hold.
Oh, Okay, to get
to
through.
get through. That's not
And
a good thing.
Each dice causes 2 damages.
Okay, so they'll knock out 2 shields.
Yeah.
It's actually all 4 shields will be gone on my side.
That's it.
Two per. I am defenseless.
That's it.
If only I attacked from the front a bit more.
You don't have shields now there. So,
Good news is
successful for me.
the good news is that's no critical damage this turn.
Not yet.
No.
Let's try to do it again. The same in punishing the same point if possible.
If only you'd had the energy.
Yeah.
I
Not now.
Opened up like a can.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. That's the end of turn 2. We'll tidy up and be back for turn 3 in just 1 second.
Yeah.
Okay, people, we are back for turn 3. Strategic phase done. I didn't cheat. My opponent was watching me, but I am activating first.
Yeah, he shuffled.
Yeah.
He got that.
Yeah. I should go to Vegas, I think. Tactical phase is done. We have allocated all our energy, so we're going to be going straight into the combat phase.
Yep.
We do have an outlier here heading off towards no one for the final turn, so I'll just remove that. But we have a couple up front, up close and personal. I'm going to start with my plasma cannon. So
that one is easy because crosses me entirely in the front, so it hits me.
Will it hit you? Will it flip before it hits you to do the additional damage? Because it's this turn. So I'll flip that and then I'll just go straight into the front.
And
it does a delightful 5 dice.
Yeah.
With -1 to your shield.
But I'm a rock. High-tech pano.
Yes.
12 of shield.
Okay. So 11s then.
11.
5 dice, and I need you to roll all 12s here.
That's it. I'll try my best.
Please, if you wouldn't mind.
That's 1, that's 2.
2, and there was 11 as well.
Promised.
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, I can't say fairer than that. You did your best. Each successful hit causes 2 damage.
2 damages.
So
okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 6 shields in the front.
You still
because
have.
this is a big rock.
Yeah.
Even harder in the front of the ship, but
it's a beast.
it starts to be crushed.
I'll just take this back.
And now comes the second one.
And now comes the second one, which currently is heading off into nowhere. However, certain tokens within the game have some form of seeking or intelligence, so they're allowed moderate amount of turns.
Yep.
In this case, I'm allowed 1 turn.
Yeah. In this case, these missiles allows you 1 turn before moving them.
Okay, so I could, if I just pop this in behind, turn it to there.
And send it straight.
And now it will go straight into you again on the more explosive side.
Okay.
And my heavy missile, -2 to your shields.
Okay.
So 10s this time. Only 4 dice though.
Only.
If your shields would all go away, though, that would be a great help to me.
No, now I'm gonna pass
Okay,
everything.
As long as you have a plan.
That's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the way to win games.
That's how
Just always be successful. It doesn't really matter then.
Roll what you want.
Yes.
That
that is the best way. Then everybody thinks you're a genius. I'm a tactical genius because I always succeed. Right. So the combat kicks off out of the way, and now we get into moving on my gunnery. I don't want to move on my gunnery. Big number 4, so the Morats get to go first. God bless their cotton socks. Now, I wasn't certain how this was going to go in advance, so I hedged my bets with a lot of things. But I've got 2 of my propulsion from the left, 1 propulsion from the rear will move me to there, and then I can turn as well, and I feel like just yes, I'm going to turn to my right. So in this case,
you are sliding.
I'm going to slide, and I can slide 7.
Yeah, 7.
Where's the way to go with this one? Possibly that way, actually.
Yeah, this is the good one.
Yeah, I'll pop it at 7 and go to 0. It will achieve the same result.
That's it.
And then I'll go, hello, Daddy's home. Daddy's home with a whole battery full of weaponry.
Lovely picture, but I don't like it.
No, you don't like it.
No.
Why would you not like it?
I can't see the Morat inside the
For the front, taking pictures. There's a lot of Morat taking selfies through the bridge window.
Hey,
as you
this is how we smash
suddenly
it,
close.
the Eugene. Now they are dead.
So, gun-wise then, I have my heavy missiles. I've also got my mid HMRCs. I could potentially fire 3 heavy missiles and then still have the HMRC left to give you a little peppering afterwards once I've stripped the shields off you.
That's it.
It's a beautiful dream, isn't it? Let's see how that works for me. So, I'll spend the first. Obviously, the missiles are all going to hit you. The token is only that size.
It's obvious. Yeah.
Yes. So, in that respect, then there'll be 4 dice worth of -2 to your shields coming straight in there.
-2 puts me on 6s.
Okay.
Let's go. 3 go through.
3 go through. 2 damage each, so 6 points of damage.
Okay, this is not good for me because I'm going 1, 2, 3, and the third one I have to roll like internal damages.
Okay.
I'm gonna see what happens with that one. Affects my 10, which is the energy system. So,
okay.
Now I don't have propulsors on the front of the ship.
Oh, well, that's good. That will stop you from being so nimble.
Yeah.
It won't, however, stop the next round of missiles coming into you.
Ooh.
So there's a second set, same as the first, 4 dice worth.
Oh my God.
Straight in there and no shields to stop this time.
Say goodbye to Eugene.
Yeah. So these are just straight into the internal
3
damage.
Again, which are 6 rolls. And see where it goes.
I've stripped the shields off you, so I'll straighten
No, the shields are already off.
Okay.
Okay, so you are going straight forward to the ship itself.
Okay.
Okay.
So where's that damage pegging into then?
Okay, the force are the weaponry. Okay, on that thing. So as soon as you get rid of all of these 4 are weaponry,
yep.
and the 9 is the system of the propulsors. Okay, so everything that goes through the system, which is damage, goes to the internal damages, which is even worse. You know, the people, the internal services, and so. So for these 3, I have to see what happens with them. Okay, and goes to 1, which is where the captain is. Yeah,
into the bridge.
Into the bridge. Another 1 and a 5. Okay, so the second hit to the 1 destroys my full bridge.
Yes.
So destroys my full ship. Okay, now it's an empty ship floating into the space.
Just a husk floating in space.
That's it.
Oh, what a terrible shame.
Okay, the 5 goes to the crew. Okay, but doesn't affect because you destroy my.
At this point, the crew are already manning lifeboats, trying to get out in the pod.
Okay, so bye, Eugene.
We hardly knew you.
We tried. We failed.
Carlos will hate me forever.
Okay.
I believe you're not allowed to touch Eugene. That's how it works.
That's it.
That is all I'm doing then. I've still got 2 battery power left in my guns, but since my target in front of me is no more, shredded, bits of it are bouncing off my front windscreen, but that's all she wrote there. So moving on then to my cruiser.
Yep, you're a bigger one.
Now, here's where we're going here. Propulsion-wise,
You're slowing down.
Pushed 1 to right and 1 propulsion to the front to slow me somewhat, because I thought maybe he wouldn't go first. And I may need to be in a position where I can slow down and let Eugene drive in front of me and shoot him up. As it is, that's not going to be happening, but I've still got 3-inch movement there. So I'll just do it that way.
Yeah, we are doing a bit random with the strategical phase, but
yeah.
we have to take into account that movements are chosen depending on this this order. So you can you know if you go first, try not to block your own.
Well, yeah, you never want to fire missiles into your own.
Don't you?
Well, sometimes I do.
I mean, they are monkeys. Yeah.
Well, that is true.
Okay,
but I won't in this occasion. I will restrain my baser instincts. I will, however. Now, can I? Obviously, that's my front arc there.
You can. Sure.
So I can still fire past the back. I'm not worried about actually hitting them.
Yeah.
That's nice.
You have missiles of 6, no?
My heavy plasma, yeah.
Yeah.
So plasma cannon goes. Where are we? 9, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Goes to there.
Mm-hmm.
Goes, hello, how are you?
Okay.
I will not be doing any other firing.
Cool. Let's try with the pano thing. I mean, it's 2 versus 1, but
yes,
I do have the gun.
That is true. It is
okay.
A beast
I have
of a
the
gun.
Energy cannon, which goes, it's a template straight away, and let's try to position myself that way. So I'm gonna consume everything.
Yes.
So move 2 this way, 1 this way. So I'm gonna do just a small movement of 2 here. Okay?
Yep.
Later, possibly I get the missile.
Yes.
But now I have 2 shots of the energy cannon because I have Joseph the gunner, you know. He's a pano guy, he's a pano fusiler. Joseph the gunner. He loves shooting.
Okay.
And he's sat in front of the energy cannon ready for you. So I'm going to consume 2 charges and shoot the energy cannon, which is this template that will affect, as you see, both ships.
Yeah.
Okay?
So everybody gets hit with this one.
Yeah.
Oh
and
dear.
It's painful.
Okay, well, we'll start with the Morat, seeing as they seem to be to the front, and they're also going to be hit in the side.
In the side for sure.
Which is terrible because I currently have no shields left on my side. So
revenge.
Revenge is coming my way. So
okay.
What's the damage then?
These are just 5 dices.
Just 5.
-2 on the shields. But you don't have...
I don't have shields.
So seems...
Yes.
It smells like a dead Morat.
It might not be. Time will tell. So we'll start off by seeing where they go to.
Yeah.
So we have 5, means 1 goes into my... Is that my
the propulsors.
The propulsors, yep. 2 8s, a 10, and 11 are problematic because all of those... Oh, no, they don't. Sorry. The 2 8s also go into the propulsors, so that will be internal damage.
Okay, these 2 will be internal.
And then I'll get 1 into my systems.
Yeah, your systems.
And then the remaining 1 will also be internal, so I've got 3 internals to roll.
We are not using the systems now, but later on you have cards that play with the systems.
Okay.
You have systems that need to get to have the systems ready to use some cards that make a special instant actions. You know that
diverting power from life support to propulsion. That sort of thing.
That sort of thing.
Okay. So our survey says, at least I'm even. 4, 6, 8. Will that help me? No, because 4 and 6 right off the bat go straight into crew. And 2 of those will also render my ship.
And I killed all the
very, very badly dead. And unfortunately, my battery's a bit fritzing. Right. Well, I mean, fair exchange is no robbery, they tell me, but the Morat have gone.
Okay.
That leaves just the big bruiser, who is currently untouched. So hopefully he'll be okay.
5 dice.
5 dice.
-2.
11 shields to the front, so 9s.
9s.
9s or less.
Ooh.
Oh, 10, 11, 12 was not fun.
They are 3. Which, hold on.
Yes.
Each one causes 3 damage.
3. Oh, well, 2 of them will strip my shields completely. And so the third will be into the internals.
Yep.
Oh, no. I don't want to roll. You can't make me. 9. At least it's only... it's 3 points of damage, so I'll need to roll 2 more. So 9 for the first will take out my propulsion to the front. 7 will take out my guns to the front.
Okay.
And 11 or 12 here would be good. No, another 7. Oh, that's going to go straight through my guns into the internals. And it says, one of my crew, deck 5 has been hit. Crew are strewn everywhere. And my front feels a little bit weaker.
Cool.
But
I'm fine on that.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna move my vector because these are really powerful,
Yes.
as we've seen, really powerful gun, and it makes me to move the vector towards the back because of the action of shooting.
All right. Well, I think we're going to move on to what I suspect will be our last turn. We should be back once we've tidied up. Okay, folks, we are back for what I think is going to be our final turn. We lost a lot of blood earlier. Doesn't look good for some of us. So I am actually going to be starting again. So the cruiser will get a chance to come in first. Now, if I move this out of the way and bring my cruiser's panel in, there we go. You can see what happened last turn. I lost my guns. I lost my
the propulsor from the front.
Yeah, which is fine because I don't intend on braking or reversing. That's okay. I lost 1 crewman, so instead of having 3 to assign, I've only got 2, one of which I've sent scurrying off to attempt to do some damage control on the guns. So is that a straight repair, or do you have to roll for it, or how do you do damage control?
Now it's straight repairing.
So for every crewman you can assign, you can fix 1 damaged system. So I'm just going to go ahead and remove that. So I have power to the forward guns again. It does mean I've only had 1 crewman to send to gunnery, which is a shame because it means I can only fire the light HRMCs because my heavy plasma gun requires somebody to be in targeting control as well, fire control. You pay your money, you take your chances, I think is how this one is phrased. So my hope is to do enough damage on the massive Pano ship before it gets a chance to activate.
That's it.
First thing in the combat phase then, my little heavy plasma will go skirting by.
Yeah, we just have
I'm going to miss you.
Push it. And
I'm going to, just miss you no more.
Look at that.
Oh,
There's a small gap.
I hate myself so much.
Joseph is saying, guys, hey, save.
Did you see how close that was?
Okay, so it goes to 8, which is red, to here.
Oh, it scorched the paint.
Okay.
Well, not much I can do about that. But I will bring in then my ship. So 1 to my
rear
thrusters, which will push me forward a mighty 5. And then hopefully that will bring me into range with the
Sure it does.
Yes, because I've got a 4-inch range there. And we are just about within that and no more. The light HRMCs, they have a massive arc. It's pretty much everything except my back 90 degrees. So I have a turn there. I could turn now and then give you a broadside of it, which I think I will because it'll look nice.
Yeah.
But I could equally fire and then turn at the end instead.
That's it. It's your choice. In the end, you can order the sequence however you want.
Okay. So interesting thing then, this is the first sort of non-template attack that we've waded in, and this works a bit differently from the other shooting where we're just being sort of automatically hit by things that we're crashing into or are being beamed through the middle of my ship. Not that I'm better, I'll walk away that. We'll be fine. Anyway, it uses the vector board again. Do you want to talk us through how this works then?
Yeah, because the interesting part of this kind of weaponry, which is more common than the missiles, but we charge today a lot because we like shooting. But this kind of turrets, the automatic turrets, are shooting. You are inside the cabinet trying to hit the things.
Yeah.
But what happens? Your ship is moving, and the other ship you're trying to hit is also moving.
Yeah.
So it's not the same trying to hit something. If you are moving slow and also the other ship is moving slow or they are moving in the same direction, it's quite easier than if you're trying to shoot something while you're moving or turning out really fast and the other ship is going that way. So it uses that red pin to represent the distance between the two vectors of the ships.
So in this case, I put this red pin into the vector that you have on your board and it just into the same place. So
is no, you have to put it like not mirror. If you have to put it like here.
Okay.
Because that's it.
All right.
I'm that vector, the red one.
Yes.
You are the yellow.
Yes. And then
so the difference between vectors gives you some modifiers for your shooting.
So these would be
0.
So at the moment I'm in 0. If you're into yellow or red, it would be a -2 or a -4.
That's it.
Ignore the positives. Like I said, it's a prototype, so...
No, it's not a positive, it's a negative.
It's a negative.
I see just a negative.
So in that case, 0 on the dice, essentially, and then I'm using my...
Your intelligence, your ability of the crew, we could say.
So it's a 9 or less in this with no modifier. So you can see if you're moving quite far and your opponent's moving far in another direction, then all of a sudden that 9 is going to become a 4 or 5 or
that's it. If
whatever.
Your vectors are really different, maybe you're hitting on 3s.
Yeah.
It's usual.
So I have, it cost me 1 energy. You'll be pleased to hear I've had batteries stacked up here for turns.
The easy ship is always full of energy for the weapon.
I only roll 1 die, but I can do this 5 times. Each one will cause 1 damage if it gets through. And you currently have...
I have just 3 shields
3 shields left. So I will roll these individually because if theoretically I get the order in which they get through, if I roll them all at once and go, oh, I've hit you 3 times, well, it's fine.
Yeah, it matters. You have to go
you have to go 1 at a time. So 9 or less.
Hits.
Yep. Say goodbye to a shield, possibly.
No, now it has some damage, minus something on the shields. It has a
0 for the shield.
Okay, so I'm saving on failing on 12s because 12 is always a fail.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm fine.
Okay. For my next one, 9 or less. Again.
12s. Nope.
No.
Okay, yeah, we are like shooting a small. Oh,
I miss.
That miss. Okay.
And my final shot then. Oh, superb hit.
We are blowing air to a rock.
Well, yes.
12s.
No, okay.
No, something.
That's what happens when you use small projectile weapons that are used for knocking out fighters and missiles as a sort of a border defense. They don't really work against the capital ship with heavy shields to the front.
This works, for example, and that's what I'm gonna try now, to shoot the parts where you have blown up the shields before, for example.
Okay, so your own movement then?
Yeah, my movement is easy because I'm gonna turn this around 2 times. Okay. and move 1 backward. So we'll move here. And will give me like a 2 movement to this way. Okay?
Yep.
Entonces, I will stay like here. So, I'm trying this because I want to shoot you the same gun,
Yes.
but in your front arc, because it's the one you have already damaged. Okay?
Okay.
My range, you have the light, HRMC, I have
Yes.
the mid,
Okay.
so my range is 6. So I'm sure I get you.
A bit better there. Yeah.
Okay, I'm
very
gonna
much so.
shoot it from the side of the arc. These represent that small turrets, no, that the ship has along all the.
Sprouting from every part of the hull.
That's it. And I'm shooting just 2 times because I didn't have the energy
Sure.
enough to shoot more. But are 2 dices, and I apply later for you a -1. I'm on 8s. This is 1 hit.
Okay.
So you can save 2 dices for each hit on -1.
Okay. Well,
As you don't have
I'll start the
shields,
bidding. I don't have shields on the front
that's it.
anymore.
So this is
And
two shots.
yeah, so it's just going to be 2 damage rolls straight into my superstar. Those guns that I spent so much time repairing are about to go away again, I feel. Our survey says a 1 and a 6. So yes, I was right. The guns get nobbled again, and in fact, I take internal damage. 3, which goes into my crew.
Okay. And now the last cube.
Yes.
Let's see what happens on 8s. 2 hits,
2 hits.
which are 4 damages for you.
4 damage.
Die, combine.
So
Ooh.
2 into 12. So that is the first time
Yeah.
the system's been hit. So 1 will get through, 2 will get through, 3 will get through. So 3 into my internals.
I have to kill the crew.
You have killed the crew.
Okay.
It is safe to say 2, 3, 7, 2 and 3 both go into crew. So all my crew are dead. My ship, on the other hand, is probably salvageable because apart from its shields going down, it's mostly life support appears to have been cut off. Everybody inside is dead, but the ship itself remains robust.
Yeah.
So I think it's a tragic defeat is what it is. But hopefully what you've seen there is the core concepts of the game. Now, like I say, we were playing sort of open hand, so we could see each other's dashboard to a certain extent, although I'm not really worried about what was going on over there because I've spent more time here. But when you're actually playing the game, even though your opponent doesn't know what you're putting onto your tactical board, they do know your inertial mass
panel,
yeah. That's open information. So you know the direction the ships were traveling beforehand, which means you can try and plan out where you think they may be going.
Yeah.
Or alternatively, ignore that, work on the principle that it's a bit like Princess Bride. I know that you know that I know that you were going in that direction, therefore you won't go in that direction.
It. Yeah, for instance, in this case, it's a small representation, a small demonstration, but if you look, for example, just this phase, it would have been different. For example, changing this with some command cards.
Command cards, swapping
and
the initiative.
Also, as we are, I didn't have the energy to turn on 2 different rounds. So I just could do this round. If you have done, instead of this, when I shoot you, I'm not shooting your damage front part.
Yes.
So you have all the shields here, so you will be like perfectly alive after this round.
Yeah, it's a
lot of things affect on the decisioning of, okay, do I want to put one guy more to put more energy in case I can do something reactive or not? There's a lot of thinking involved.
Yeah, it's a very intricate game when you start to explore the sort of the nuances of how the bridge command works. The resource allocation is just as important as the dice rolling on the tabletop. In fact, more so, because if you aren't if your resource control isn't good enough here, you'll not get in a position where you can actually exploit the big weapons or the massive Morat battering ram cleaver or any of the other weapon types, of which there are going to be many. So yeah, I'm really enjoying the feel, and I really love vectored movement in space. It feels right. It feels like you're playing a space combat game and not just a sailing game on a star mat, which sometimes is what you get. They just feel like racing cars or boats in space. There's no worry about friction and inertia and where you're moving to. So this is a little gem, that inertia board. But let us know what you think below, folks. Keep an eye out. It will be coming to crowdfunding later on this year.
Yeah, later September or October.
Depending on when this video goes out, we'll pop links below to the relevant pages that you can go and check out or sign up to as well. But yeah, it's been a pleasure playing with you today. We're going to move on, folks. Let us know what you think below. Bye-bye.
We hope you enjoyed this Let's Play. Go ahead and check out our other content on screen now. And while you're at it, why not hit subscribe and remember to ding our dong. Go on, you know you want to click it. Go on.